Okay. I'm definitely going to have to drop down the bit rate on the live stream. I think we can make it to the end here, but I will be fixing that. For those of you who stayed, thank you so much. I do not begrudge anyone who left with this last drop off. Again, not intended, as you all know. Let me rebuild here. Hi guys, glad you're still here. I know that didn't sound like that in my voice, but trust me, I truly mean it. Um, it's great of you to hang around. I know how easy it is to just get fed up and bail, but you guys are awesome. You definitely deserve the Iron Butt Award and the Super Patience Award. One of these days, I'm going to get these awards handed out so people will get them in hand. Let's see, I've got one more format to do here. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Um, let's see. Oh, I'm watching myself move things around. That's funny. I need to scrunch this. And I need to pull this aside. Damn it. Sorry, pardon my language. All right, let's just do this. There we go. Okay, scrunchy, scrunchy. You see what I have to go through when I set this up. It can take a while. I'm going to drop the chat down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay. Ray, that's really kind of you. That's really kind of you. I'm not going to read that out loud because I'm embarrassed by praise, even if I deserve it, which I usually don't. But that's really nice of you. And those of you who don't know Ray, he has been around pretty much since the very beginning. He is a real strong supporter of the channel, and he is always there if I need something. And I can't thank him enough for his stick-to-itiveness, if you will. He is quite someone to be reckoned with, and I mean that for everybody here who's watching this video after it posts, and who's watching in the chat right now. You all are great, but if I'm ever looking for a comment, I know Ray will be there to throw one up. So let's get to Ben. I believe I was talking about him when I crashed. So let me fast forward to see. Ben is at 4654. Now this is a direct.
Hey, that is the term degenerate fool just because change its definition of sexy to
Hate when it does. I should have muted the
change its
sound.
definition of
Let me do
sexy
that.
to include.
There we go. Okay, let's start here. This is the last video. Again, Ben Shapiro. You'll notice two things about Ben. He is very insightful. He has a great view on society and politics. I don't agree with him all the time. Don't get me wrong. He's not 100% right. No one is. But even if I don't agree with him, I can appreciate the thought process that goes behind the comment. And this has been talking about Tess and her cover. Here we go.
This is a very obese person, Tess Holliday. Okay, so Tess Holliday, I guess, is they call her a supermodel, and she's on the cover. Yeah, she's got to be at least 100 pounds overweight here. I mean, this is a very obese woman. And the idea here is that this is body positivity. I don't know how we skipped from anorexia to obesity and missed all the women in the middle. Like, if we're going to do body positivity, shouldn't we start with, like, a normal-looking woman? And I'm not saying that, you know, it's not normal for certain people who have genetic conditions to be obese. What I'm saying is that it probably is not a good idea. Fat shaming is not the same thing as health shaming, right? Saying that you should be healthy. I'm not saying that if this is this woman's healthy weight, fine, fair game. Good for her. But I highly doubt that this is a healthy weight for any person, let alone this person, and treating it as though what the world truly needs is to change its definition of sexy to include people who are dramatically overweight. I'm not sure what the positive impact of that is. Maybe it makes people feel better, but it also is going to lead to a lot of folks not losing weight who probably should lose weight. I mean, let's be realistic about this. America right now is in the middle of an obesity epidemic. We're not in the middle of an epidemic of people who are dramatically trying to be healthier. We're in the middle of an epidemic where people are trying to, don't care about being healthy, and then they're being told that they should be fulfilled in their non-health. If they were just to put in, like Bridget Fetisi, who used to write for Playboy, and I'm friendly with her, and she tweeted something out that I think is exactly right. She basically said, like, I'm a normal-looking 40-year-old woman. Why am I not on the cover of Cosmopolitan? Right? Why is it that we have to go from either rail-thin supermodels, who no woman actually looks like unless she exercises 3 hours a day and eats kale, or we have to go with the 300-pound woman? Why can't we just go to, like, a normal woman in the middle? If you want to glorify what the normal woman looks like, why don't you take, like, the average? Again, when I say normal, I mean, like, in terms of normal distribution. In the normal distribution of weight, this is on one edge of the distribution, and then the rail-thin supermodels on the other edge of the distribution. If you want to focus on, like, healthy body image, why not focus on the people in the middle who are actually living healthy lifestyles? Why is that so out of the box? But we're a stupid society where we have to take every fringe idea and then make it mainstream and suggest the only reason it wasn't mainstream before is because of evil, evil, evil discrimination. Okay.
And there you have it. That's Ben Shapiro, folks. Ray makes an excellent point there. In the olden days, you didn't look for an obese woman to bear and raise children and then hope she would make it to old age. Well said, Ray, as always. And yes, Lacey, that was a very well put together bit. And you can see Ben says a lot real fast, but I really enjoy what he says. I think that's one of his best moments. He really, and this clip and the Matt Walsh clip inspired me to do this video. Like I said earlier, if it had just been that Tess was on the cover of Cosmo UK, who cares? Who cares, really? But the media backlash has been really heartening. There's that word again. And Ben's response was the one that told me there's more out there than just a couple people on Instagram who are upset with this cover. So that's what made me dive into this and do the work that I did. So if you've enjoyed this, you can thank Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh for it, because they're the ones who got me off the couch. Now, I realize that this is kind of, in the grand scheme of things, an old topic, because this came out last week. So you could draw definitive criticism towards me for being late to the punch, being late to the party. But I thought it was worth it, so I went for it, and it looks like you guys are enjoying it. So at least some of you agree, and that's all I can hope for. Aunt Kitty Sorry, but maybe it was for the best. War sucks and lives lost for what? Don't get me wrong, my brother and oldest son served, but not in wartime. They both volunteered. My greatest respect to them and any of you, family, friends, neighbors who served in the military. They are the reason that we are here today, and I am proud to know veterans. I have veterans in my family, and we do not have a history of service though. They were drafted in Vietnam, so they had to be there, but they did their level best to do what they could for God and country, and I love them for it, as I do all veterans. Whether or not they served in combat, I don't care. The fact that they went into the military and helped that military stay focused and stay combat ready means they're just as important as anyone who carried a rifle into battle. I fully mean that, and I fully respect them. Now, this is going to be in the description here. This is a list of Steven Crowder videos where he goes against Tess and body positivity and fat acceptance. You saw the clip from the one earlier. That is the one titled BuzzFeed Rebuttal, Plus Size SJW Propaganda, Louder with Crowder. That came out last year. I don't know if you can tell right here, but here, let me click on it so you can see this video. Oops, I don't want full screen. Sorry about that. This video has over, I keep doing that. This video has over 2 million views. Came out a year ago. 2 million views. Shows you how much of a topic, a hot topic, this has been. And he started doing these videos 3 years ago. So he has really been in the forefront of the fight against this. So I highly suggest you take a look at this link and watch a few of these videos, even if only for a few minutes. They're 7, 14, 4 minutes, 13 minutes, 6.5 minutes long. Not that big a deal. Not much time out of your day. But between him and Ben and Matt Walsh, I think you could learn quite a bit. And then Steven Crowder, of course, Louder with Crowder, mugclub.com, I'll put that in the description, and dailywire.com, I'll put that in the description. Y'all should look into that. Buffering again. Okay, it looks good now. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to cut down the bit rate on this. I promise I'll do that as soon as we're done here, and I will hopefully not have this problem the next time. Thank you all for staying on top of it. Yeah, because it looks like when I talk fast, like Ben, that the buffering really kicks in. So I'm putting too much data into the stream. But anyway, as we were talking before, you know, about curvy women, and as Matt was talking about, here you go. Here you go. Celebrate this body, folks. Celebrate this body. This woman is in the overweight range, I'm sure. So she's probably going to live longer than I am. I predict 65 and out, to be honest. But I'm sure she's going to live to a ripe old age. And her husband, too. And they're going to be very happy together. I predict that. And there was that we saw earlier. So that's the end of the stream. I do want to say one thing before I go. We've talked about Tess's book. I made brief mention of Whitney's book, I Do It With the Lights On. Please avoid that at all costs, because someone may do it for you. I'm not promising anything. But if you want to read an incredible book, if you want to know anything about the Vietnam War, especially the Tet Offensive, which was the turning point of the Vietnam War. It was January 30th of 1968, the beginning of the Chinese Lunar New Year. Read this book. It's called Hue. Hue is the name of a city. Basically, the cultural seat of South Vietnam. It was the center for learning. If you wanted your kids to go to a good school, you sent them to Hue. Hue, 1968, a turning point of the American war in Vietnam. It is about 600 pages. It is exhaustively researched with interviews from both sides, from North Vietnam and South Vietnam, from Viet Cong, NVA, North Vietnamese Army, and the Army of the Republic of Vietnam, the South Vietnamese Army, and U.S. Army regulars, and some State Department officials who were caught in Hue, things like that. Military journals, the military archives, presidential archives even. He is so deeply researched. And the author's name is Mark Bowden. Mark Bowden has written extensively. He doesn't have an image here, but if you've ever heard of Black Hawk Down, you've heard of Mark Bowden. That's the first book of his I read. It's his last book. And it is amazing. Again, exhaustively researched. And this guy can write a narrative. He hooks you and drags you along for the ride, and you enjoy every inch of it. So if you want a good book, if you don't want to waste your time on something like Tess Holliday and Whitney Thor, go to Amazon and buy Hue 1968. Now, look right here. Hardcover, $8.20. This book was selling in Walmart for 20 bucks when it came out. It has not been out that long, barely a year, if that. And it's marked down to $8.20. You are not going to get a better deal on exhaustive military history than that, ever. I have paid $35 for books of this caliber. Absolutely. And this is right up there with them, if not better than all of them. Killing Pablo. Oh, that's right. That's right. That was after Black Hawk Down, wasn't it, actually, Jungle Cat? I thought Black Hawk Down was the most recent, but Killing Pablo should have been more recent than that, because Pablo Escobar was killed not too long ago. What was that, like 2006? 2010, somewhere in there? I'm guessing. But My Lai is, I've read several books on My Lai. A horrible event. That is required reading if you want to know anything about Vietnam as well. Thank you, Ray. That absolutely has to be researched. It was, I used to know the name of the lieutenant. Oh gosh, I just had it and it skipped my brain. I just had it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, My Lai. I will, I'll put the links for these two. Pretty sure I already wrote down Hue, but My Lai. I'll put links for both of those in the description as well. Caffey, I think that was one of them, Jungle Cat. Wow, 92, was it that long ago? Wow, 92. But you know what? Let's look it up. I'll get you guys for another couple minutes. When did Pablo Escobar go to jail? Okay, so he went to prison in 91. But I know he was killed after that. So 93. Okay. Now, about My Lai, because I know there's someone else than Caffey. Calley, that's the name. That's what threw me. William Calley Jr., C-A-L-L-E-Y. Right here. Yes, very, very horrible event. That needs to be looked at. Absolutely. There was a documentary on it, and there have been books on it as well. I would look at several of them if you get the chance, as you should, for any research. Let me close that window because there's a picture in there that YouTube may not like. I may have to trim that. I didn't know that was there. No, no, you got William, and you only missed by 2 letters. You even got the double letter right. So I'll give you that. Hell, we can put that up to a spelling error. But anyway, folks, that's the stream. We set a record. That's not including the 20-minute breakdown. That's a little over 4 hours. I honestly thought this was going to be a short stream when I first put it together. I honestly did. I didn't think it was going to last more than an hour and a half, 2 hours. This was amazing. No one's going to watch this. No one's going to watch this. And I have fallen behind on cutting this stuff up and putting it on BitChute. I apologize. As you can see, there was a month between live streams. And my wife and I, we traveled. We have our classes that are killing us. She's fine after class, actually. I'm the one who's wasted. And there's been family things going on too. My sister just opened her popcorn shop, so we've been talking about that on the phone quite a bit. So my research skills have really deteriorated in finding new videos, but I have a couple lined up. Hopefully, one that'll be refreshing within a week or two. I can't promise next week, but definitely 2 weeks, and there'll be another one after that. That someone in one of the comments section gave me an idea for. That should be interesting. Maybe a little lighter than this. You're incredibly right, Aunt Kitty. It was we did lose. I mean, we lost over 50,000. Was it 55,000 men in Vietnam? Just for what? No, you're right, Aunt Kitty. That was Callie. You're right. Callie Jr. Let's be fair to Dad, William Callie Jr. But yes, I will put the effort into cutting these up. I'm going to be gone this weekend. I've got to take some supplies down to my sister for some specialty popcorn, and I have an event at my rifle club on Sunday that's going to take my whole day. So that may be why there's not a stream next week. I've got to spend the time on putting BitChute together and getting things straightened up. There will be live streams. I promise there will be live streams. And as always, I'll give you 2 days notice before it goes up. I think Monday's a little too soon. If you think I should put up a notice on Monday for a Thursday live stream, please let me know. Put it in the comment section when this video posts, because I want to make things easy for you guys. I want to make sure that you know in advance when to show up, if you want to show up, if you find the subject interesting, and so we can have as many of us here as possible to keep the chat going, because this is an incredible chat. You guys are great. You really are great. I think even though we don't have a ton of people, I think this is an awesome chat, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. You guys really make it something special. Anyway, so videos to come. Let me know what you think is a good day to promote the live stream, and I'll do that. We'll go from here. I promise as soon as I hang up, I will change the bit rate on OBS so we can work on that buffering, and we'll be good to go. So, my best to all you lovely folks. So long. Take care. And as always, thank you for your attention.